Today we are talking about spiders. No, not that kind. The kind called spider veins that are on your skin, your face, your ears, your cheeks, your nose, and I'm going to tell you what to do about them in this video. So you look in the mirror and you see this thing on the side of your nose, or maybe it's on your ear, or it's even on your cheeks. It looks like broken capillaries, little spider veins. Ugh. And what do you do about them? Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about a very frustrating skincare condition that I get tons and tons of questions about, and that is the broken little capillaries that happen on the nose, face, ears, and basically can happen anywhere on your body. Now, they do have a scientific name. It's kind of a weird name, telangectasia. Yeah, a really long name, but basically what we call them is spider veins. And they're really not broken capillaries. They're actually offshoots or growths from the main blood vessels in your skin. I'm going to explain all that to you in just a minute. Well, if you're new and you're not familiar with me, I'm Chris Gibson. I'm a skincare expert, and on this channel, we help you find skincare that will work for you, not empty your wallet, and not do you more harm than good. And we like to call that skincare solved. So if that sounds like some content that you would be interested in knowing about, please be sure and subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you become a part of Team Chris and don't miss my videos when they come up each week. Okay, so telangectasia. Sounds really exotic, doesn't it? Well, these little spider veins are very, very common. And again, they are not really broken capillaries. They're actually live veins, or little offshoots of veins in your skin from the main veins that supply the blood, oxygen, nutrients to your face and other parts of the body. So on the legs, we call them varicose veins, which are a little bit different. There's a difference. They're larger, and those can actually be damaged veins. But these telangiectasias are actually just a part of the natural process of the skin. Now, yes, because they are superficial to the skin, they are just under the very surface. They're hidden for most of us by the fatty tissue, collagen, elastin, and cellular structure of our skin. So we don't see them. But as people age or get older, they tend to come forward in the skin and they become more visible. So we can kind of blame it again on the dermis getting thinner as we get older. Now, they do happen at any age. You can get them anytime. And there are some things that do trigger these growths or growth factors that cause these little veins to pop up. One of those triggers is definitely getting too much sunlight on your skin, especially over time. So it's an anti-aging issue, but it can begin in your 20s. It really, really can. So sun damage is one of the big triggers that causes the growth factor in your skin to activate and produce these little vessels that can be somewhat unsightly. Again, natural part of your skin process, so let's keep that in mind. It's not something wrong, it's just an actual process in your skin. Now, we know that UVA and UVB light on the skin causes cellular skin damage. It messes with, I almost said the F word, sorry, but it messes with your collagen production. It messes with the strength and structure of the elastin in your skin. It oxidizes skin cells. It makes them damaged so that when they're reproducing, they're not as healthy and strong as they once were. And we know the cumulative effect of sun damage over time is really greatly accentuated as the years go by. You see it more and more in your skin. So obviously a big part of it is sun exposure. Another thing that can trigger that growth factor is irritation of the skin. One example, seasonal allergies. I have them, so I know how this is. The constant sneezing, the irritation, the dry skin on your nose, the touching, the friction, all of those can keep the skin irritated and inflamed. And we know that when there's inflammation in the skin, that growth factor is activated. So it can actually help produce more of these tiny blood vessels. Another thing that triggers them are skin conditions like rosacea, where there's already a lot of inflammation in the skin. I know a lot of my clients who have rosacea issues tend to have these little blood vessels show up in their cheeks. They really don't like them, of course, because it contributes to redness. But that redness and inflammation, again, is going to keep that growth factor active and make those little vessels show up. And as people with sensitive skin like I have, and rosacea, which I don't have, but both those conditions will tell you it doesn't take a lot to turn the skin red and to give it irritation. Even just simple things like face washes, sunscreens, potions, lotions, serums. You have to be careful. I test a lot of products, so I'm always patch testing. I patch test a lot. Very good thing to do anytime you're trying a skincare product that's new, so you make sure that you know how much irritation it's actually going to give your skin. Okay, then, so what to do to prevent this? Well, obviously, again, sun protection is so important because we want to protect the skin from the UVA, UVB light. We want to make sure that it's not damaged, that the collagen production is a healthy collagen production rate. As we get older, we want to make sure we support that. There's a whole lot of products that can collagen boosters and things like that that do help replace moisture and help build that structural layer in the skin that will help hide these. Now, another thing that can be helpful is to take a close look at your skincare routine. I know, having been on YouTube for the last 3 years, I have seen some of the most outrageous, overzealous skincare routines I couldn't even contemplate this before I got on YouTube and saw some of the amount of skincare products people are using. Again, we don't want to keep our skin in a constant state of irritation. And if you've got a 39-step skincare routine, that can be a real problem, especially if there's a lot of exfoliation and scrubs and all of that kind of stuff going on. You're keeping your skin in an irritated state, an inflamed state, and you're more likely to produce these little blood vessels over time. So a minimalist type skincare routine, which we talk a lot about on this channel, multitasking products, things that you're not touching the face 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times in a morning routine and then doing the same thing at night. Less is definitely more. Now, when it comes to sun protection, I get a lot of questions about this. I have said for many, many years that with chemical sunscreens, an SPF of 15 is more than enough. We have now developed a lot of sunscreens that are mineral-based, zinc-based, which are really good products. An SPF of 30 to the highest of 50 is more than enough protection for your skin. The key here is to make sure that you remember to do it, that you don't just treat your face, that you treat your ears and your neck and even the backs of your hands when you are applying these sunscreens. You want to make sure that you apply them by label. If they say to reapply a sunscreen every 2 hours, then yes, obviously you want to do that. Just sunscreen can go a long, long way to keeping your skin from producing these little blood vessels and keeping you from getting things like skin cancer. So very, very important. So let's talk about what can you do at home to alleviate these. And I would love to tell you guys there's a specific lotion or potion or step that you can do. But on this channel, we talk about the truths of skincare and not the myths and fantasies of skincare. So I can tell you that the best treatment for these, if they really bother you that much, is going to a dermatologist and having a vascular laser treatment done. What the vascular laser treatment will do is it will actually kind of burn, cauterize that tiny little blood vessel, kind of coagulate it, and then your body takes care of it by removing it as some damaged tissue. So it doesn't really hurt anything because those little blood vessels don't do much for the skin. They're just kind of like superfluous hair, actually. They're just sort of gross because of that growth factor. The main blood vessel is going to be left untouched, as will be the healthy tissue surrounding that blood vessel that's being treated with the laser. So you can get a really good result with that with minimal pain, and the cost of that procedure compared to other cosmetic procedures is very, very low. Now, there are a lot of videos and there are a lot of techniques and there are a lot of mythological products, DIY treatments that are for spider veins. And I got to tell you guys, I'm going to be honest with you, they really don't work. Let's take, for instance, steroidal creams. Steroidal creams are not going to help with the blood vessels. And in fact, steroids applied to the skin on a long-term basis can make you create more of these. So we want to stay away from steroidal creams. They do not treat or minimize or make disappear spider veins. Another product that you hear a lot about, and this has been around forever, is vitamin K creams. This stuff my mom used to bruise very easily. She was prescribed vitamin K cream. It works very well for bruising on the skin, which is a different process than spider veins, which are actually blood vessel growths again. So the topical vitamin K cream will help with bruising, and it's easy to see why people made the jump from that cream to treatments for like spider veins, but no. It's not going to go any further than the outside of your skin, and veins are not on the outside of your skin. And all of these topical products are going to affect the cellular structure of your skin. You may be able to support collagen growth, but it's not going to directly affect those little tiny spider veins. So save your money on that. It's not going to work. Now, I have a few of these myself on my nose, which is typical for a guy of my age. Yeah. So I did discover something that you could do at home that does have a little bit of impact. It helped me out with mine. And that was when I was reviewing a product called the Flawless Contour derma roller. It's a derma roller that's made with rose quartz that you keep chilled in the refrigerator, and it also has a vibrator or vibration with it. And when you use it, it cools the skin while also speeding up circulation. So that made an overall difference in my skin, and I think the increased circulation helped to hide those. I don't think it physically impacted the blood vessels, they're still there, but it did actually make them less visible. Now you can check out that video right here. I will link to it at the end of this video and in the video description box if you want to go watch and see what I talked about on how that was helpful. So again, I'd really like to give you guys some sort of magic trick, tip, potion, whatever, to make these go away for you, but your best bet is preventing it with using sunscreen, because your body's going to do this process anyway, and you can even be genetically predisposed for these. So not a whole lot you can do with a body process that's a natural occurring process in life, but the V laser treatment or the vascular laser treatment is very, very helpful, and you might try the derma roller for just increased circulation. And of course, you can always cover these up very easily with a color correcting foundation or a BB cream. That's what I do if I'm going out and they're really bothering me for whatever reason. I just hide them. Now, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope the tips are helpful in knowing how these happen, how to prevent them, and what to do about them. If it was helpful, please give it a like and comment below and let me know. Also, be sure and check out the videos that are coming up next so that you learn how to perfect your skincare routine so that you can have your best skin ever. As always, I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you over on the next video.